Okay, hello. Can everybody hear me? Give it a second to breathe here. Not really wanting to I just want to come on live, hang out for a little bit. No big agenda tonight, just connecting to see who shows up. This is the first live stream, so yeah, anyone who's here, let me know if you're here. Drop something in the chat. Any questions, comments, make a statement, say what's up, introduce yourself. That'd be awesome. I'm going to start doing these a little bit more. This is kind of just a soft launch, testing the waters. I'm trying to see how to set up my moderator. Not that I need one so early. Oh, moderation activity. Let's see. Moderation. Oh. Okay. Reactions pop out. Yeah, bear with me, guys. I'm just hanging out here. Well, this is cool. This is great. I've been wanting to connect live. This is awesome. All right, maybe we won't make that live. Yeah, maybe Madison, my well, I said her name. Partner Madison here is the moderator, but not sure how that's gonna go, or if I'm supposed to manage her in here or something. Like I said, this is like a test launch, just saying what's up, seeing who comes in here. And pop out. All right. Well, anyways, good to be here with you all. This is awesome. Live stream number 1. I'm about a month into posting YouTube channels right now, and it's been fun. It's been great connecting with all of you who have been commenting on the videos. Appreciate it. I invite more of that. Definitely want to make the connection. It's been really fun just getting out in the forest, sharing what I have to share with all of you, and I really hope it's helping you out in some way and giving you something to wrap your mind around, make you think differently, make you have an epiphany or inspire you into something, or just make you feel a little bit differently than when before you started on the video. So cheers, everybody. Here's to the first of many live streams. I think I kind of let's see, I post Wednesdays and Fridays. I kind of thinking I might do like Tuesdays, Thursdays around this time, live streaming, but if you guys are seeing this after the fact and you're watching this, let me know, good time you guys think would be, to go live with all of this. But here we all are, and these are the times. And, I just want to go live because I think it would be fun to just interact with all of you, face to face, whatever, on this streaming. I think it's kind of cool. It's good practice for me. And I think it's something we could really develop a good relationship with. I'm not just the guy behind the camera posting videos where you never kind of get to see the real me live and everything. I want to be able to be here with you and kind of give you a taste of who I actually am and not have it just be where it's all nicely edited and buttoned up in the videos. I want to come to you, raw and wriggling, like Gollum would say. So yeah, anyways, just been feeling to, share this live. And there's something different about live energy. It's just more real. This is just kind of me practicing and showing up and not overthinking it. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never done anything like this before, but I think this could grow into something pretty cool. So I don't know. I guess just tell you guys like where I'm at right now. Like I said, I've been posting for about a month on the YouTube channel called Maxwell Miller, if you're watching this. And looks like there's 2 of us. I don't know if that includes me, but I think it's just going to take consistency. You guys got to learn that I'm actually doing this and see that I'm actually doing this and get consistent time and everything. So we'll just see where all that goes. But I've just been trying to, in my life, listen more than force, simplifying things a lot, like my life goals and expectations. And I'm learning to just trust where I'm guided to go instead of forcing myself or pushing myself to be somewhere that I'm not. I'm just learning to be present, just like all of us are learning to be more present. And it's been good. I think a lot of things get shown up in our lives, in my life, when we do decide to be more present. A lot more uncomfortable feelings will start popping up. I think a little bit of like anxiousness, because every time that you're going to like decide to do something different than you've been doing for a long time, you're going to feel that resistance a little bit at first, because it's just like that old self and the ego mind trying to keep you in that box, that up until the point where you're starting. And so, I say this in my videos, but to just be patient with ourselves, um, and be okay with ourselves in those moments. When those feelings and emotions do start to come up, it doesn't mean we're doing something wrong. It actually means we're doing something right, because it gives us an opportunity to face it. If we're being present, we can actually face the noise, face the music, and overcome it or let it go, however you want to look at it. Basically, you're just giving yourself the time to see the emotion when it comes up, feel it completely, not try to go away from it, because then that adds a lot more resistance, but actually lean into the feelings and investigate them playfully, just kind of wondering, why am I feeling this? What were the thoughts that led up to this? Or was it a triggered emotion that just came up from a circumstance? Or if you're doing something that's different, like if you're changing your expression, if you're putting on a different mask than you've been wearing, that might feel uncomfortable. But why does that feel uncomfortable? Does it need to feel uncomfortable? Are you putting on a mask that feels like it's who your parents want you to be, or your teachers want you to be, or your current or old friend group want you to be? Or is it a new mask that, you know, forget how people respond to it? Is it a mask that actually feels genuine to how you're wanting to be and express yourself? These are the questions you just got to ask yourself, because if the answer is no, I'm feeling like I'm wearing a mask, because I don't know, I use the mask analogy just because I think we're all wearing masks all the time in some way. We're humans. We're experiencing and expressing different aspects of ourselves every day, every moment. And it might be helpful to wear a different mask, if you want to look at it that way, to see if it fits, to see if it feels right, to see if you feel more expressive, if you feel more genuine, if you feel more lighthearted and childlike. Or do you feel more heavy? Do you feel more depressed or stressed? Do you feel more overwhelmed? Do you feel more fake? Do you feel like you're pushing too much? It's just an experiment. It's not meant to be taken like so seriously. Um, Looks like there's three of us in here. I don't know who that counts. If that counts me, I know Madison's watching. But if say what's up in the comments section right now if you're here, and I want to see who's here, and introduce yourself. Don't be shy. We just can talk, make a statement, make a comment, ask a question, whatever. I get just as much out of you making a statement than asking a question. So if you want to just like make a statement on like how life's going, what your expression is, who you are, where you're from, just do that. Let's talk. But anyways, when we are, I was saying to about the masks, um, it's good to just be present as those emotions do come up, other about whether or not you're being genuine, whether you're feeling like you're forcing yourself, or you're falling into the old self a little bit. Just got to be patient. It's all a journey. It's not meant to be rushed. It's not meant to be, we're not meant to be so hard on ourselves with all of this. It's meant to be fun. Expressing yourself authentically is fun. But yeah, really, like, that's what so much of my channel has been about so far, is because I think it's the times that we're in right now that expressing yourself and feeling yourself to the best of your ability every moment that you can is why we're here. And we're in a time where if we're not really fully expressing ourselves, we're going to feel like burdened with ourselves. we're going to start feeling like contracted. We're going to feel uptight, or we're going to feel rushed because so much is happening chaotically around us. And with the influx of technology and social media, everything seems so immediate and like it is going so fast, and it is going fast. So it's just important that we stay grounded in all of that. Because if we are not grounded, we can't be in the eye of the storm that allows us to take a step back and look from a 1,000-foot view, a mile-high view of what's actually going on in our lives, and we end up being so focused in the moment, like present, like with what's right in front of us, instead of seeing that sky-high view of like things aren't actually that bad. It's all happening as it needs to. Everything is going to be okay, but the important thing is that we have to center ourselves and stay grounded. Otherwise, we're just going to be spinning out of control, just like with the tsunami of change that's going on right now. And yeah, I get it. Like, it seems very scary at times. It can be overwhelming at times. I think it gets super overwhelming when we're constantly looking at it in the news or on social media. And so taking a step back from those things is something that I've been doing, and that I've been, expressing or offering to you guys to do the same. Like, everything in moderation, right? Like, social media is an amazing thing. We're on social media right now, and I'm wanting to add more light to social media right now. And we need more light workers. We need more people who are fully expressing their authentic selves, so that they can be leaders of example to people who feel too shy or too scared to express themselves right now because they're so afraid of that judgment from their friends, their peers, their coworkers, their parents, their grandparents, their aunts, their uncles, whoever it might be, teachers. And it's just time to let that all go right now. Madison, let me know if like the audio is good or anything, or if it's not good. If it's not good, let me know. If it's good, then you don't have to say anything. But anyways, how's everyone doing with your passionate expressions? How you been liking the videos so far that I've been putting out? I'd love the feedback of what you guys want to see, what you like so far, what you want to more of what you want to see, what you think I might be good at expressing or doing, or something that you might want to see added to the videos. That would be dope to see as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Wait a minute. Hey, Daniel Pushkis, what's going on, man? I had the thing over the wrong. I couldn't see the comment. There he is. What's up, dude? I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for dropping in, man. This reminds me of just when I was in New York, I was doing that to you, just dropping in, seeing what's going on. How's everything look? I mean, we didn't need Jeremy, I don't think. I don't know. I didn't know if I needed that gamer card or not, but here we are. I think it's pretty good. I don't think we need all that right now. But anyways, yeah, keep commenting in, guys. First time is going to take consistency, obviously, to also cheers, buddy. Thanks for being here. It's going to take some time to get in here, but it's dope. I like just getting on here and talking. I think I'll get better and better at it and kind of have more things to say. Looks good and sounds good. Thank you, man. Awesome. That's great. Hell yeah, man. It's been a long time coming. I never thought I would be going live, honestly, in any capacity, but here we all are. So it's pretty dope. What else could we talk about? Simplifying. Anyways, so yeah, I was like out in nature today, and I think that's like something that is going to oh, nice, man. Have a drink. Let's do it. I know it feels good, man. We're bringing back the old times, the old energy. Super dope. Yeah, Daniel, the guy in the chat right here, if you guys are seeing this, he was streaming for a while. We're trying to get him back into the streaming, but he's a very entertaining dude, very good at video games. So we're hopefully we'll both be doing this, and maybe we'll collaborate in some. So who knows where this will go? I don't know. It doesn't have to be one thing constantly all the time. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, I was out filming a video today, just in nature. which hopefully you guys have been liking the nature aspect of it. I mean, I just feel more comfortable and alive out there. That's why I do it out there. And I think it's just more pretty and interesting than just being like in front of a wall or something. Nothing wrong with that. And I might do some of that in the future. I might do some videos just kind of in, you know, in my office, in my room, like I am like right now, and do some more simple stuff. But I just enjoy going out in nature and everything. Just got a drone as well, so that's going to be super cool seeing that all come into play. Um, but anyways, I feel like nature is something that is going to be super important for us to be reconnecting with, especially for those who have been in the city, who maybe grew up in the country like me. If you guys don't know, I've said it in my videos, but I lived in New York City for 7 years as an actor, and I didn't know how much I missed nature until I came, and that connection with nature was something that I need, and I need it multiple times a week. And I am working on allowing myself to go out there, because I feel like leading up to the point until where I go out into nature, I get kind of balled up. I get like anxious about it a little bit, thinking that I should be doing something else, or that there's something like more productive to be doing than something that I really enjoy, like going out in nature. And so again, that's like what I was talking about earlier, like shedding those old belief systems that have been holding us back from being who we really are and expressing our authentic selves in every moment, because those are the types of thoughts that get in the way of me fully feeling the way that I need to feel. And part of me feels like, well, shouldn't I be feeling good anyways? Shouldn't I be feeling like I don't shouldn't need something on the quote unquote outside to be making me feel better having taken that action? I should just feel good as is. And that's still something I'm contemplating, but I think what it really comes down to is, are you acting on your excitement and your passion and doing things that you enjoy, or are you not? Because if you're wanting to stay home all day and just be comfortable and not really do the thing that you want to be doing, or express yourself the way that you want to be expressing this new version of yourself, then that's just going to bottle you up. You're going to start overthinking. You're going to be like, oh man, well, it's already, 1 o'clock. I've already missed my window to go out in nature to do the thing I wanted to do. And then you're going to stress, and then you're going to twiddle your thumbs, and you're going to start freaking out that you've wasted time, and time's going by. And I do that all the time. But I think that's just another belief system. It's like, we just have to go out and do the things that we want to do, that we feel excited to do, and just see where everything goes, because it's about not having the expectation that whatever we're about to take action on, that we feel like is just kind of the next best step, the next most exciting step, whatever it might be. It might be just going for a walk outside, calling a friend, having a meal, going for a walk, going out in nature, um, you know, playing some basketball, or playing catch with somebody, or hanging out with your kid or your spouse, whatever it might be. I feel like we overthink things. Especially for me, I overthink things. In a past version of myself that I remember, I have overthought things that keep me from taking action, because like, oh, it's like a waste of time, or I could be doing something else more productive, because it's just not exactly what society feels like we need to be expressing at this time, um, or what society deems as productive or something like that. Um, if you love to be in nature but also like to play a ton of video games, what is the best way to find the balance? Yeah, it's a great question. So, like, yeah, if you have multiple expressions that you enjoy, like playing video games, but you also like being in nature, and you also like hanging out with your friends, and you also like going out to dinner, and there's a multitude of things. It is about like striking the balance and not feeling like we have to overdo one or the other. But I think, like, in my mind, whatever the most exciting thing to take action on, like, you wake up in the morning, you do whatever you do, and you take action, and then you have like an exciting thought or exciting feeling, like, yeah, I want to go play video games. Great. If that feels like the most exciting thing that you could do right now, then go play the video games. If you feel like, oh, going out in nature feels like the most exciting thing after like contemplation, or just doing something in your morning, like a good morning routine is always good, because that kind of like greases the engine and to set you up for being open to what is the most exciting action to take at this moment. So if that ends up being nature, then you go out in nature, and you don't have to like think like, oh, how am I going to balance this in? Like, I want to go out in nature right now, but I also want to play video games. Well, flip a coin then. Like, honestly, if you flip a coin, heads is video games, tails is nature. It lands on tails, and you're going out in nature. Then see how you respond to that. Does that feel exciting? Or are you like, oh shit, like I actually wanted to do the video games? Well, then there's your answer. Go play the video games, vice versa. So I think like it's so easy, and I definitely do this and have done it in the past. I overcomplicate things, I overthink things. I make myself go crazy because I put so much weight into whatever decision I'm about to make. And I think that comes from like my New York experience of just like, what's the best action? What are other people going to think about the actions I take? Thinking that there's like a camera watching me at all times, and like there's this judgment of, how God or how your guides or how the angels or how your dragons and fairies or whatever you're into are going to be thinking about the action you're about to take. Like no one cares. It's literally just about expressing whatever that excitement is in that moment that feels the best. So it's not even about striking the balance. Like you'll choose to play video games, you'll choose to go out in nature, and you'll do that and you'll take it as far as you can until you can't take it any further. And then you'll do the next most exciting thing, which might be they'll all just go, if you were in nature, then go back home and play video games. Um, it doesn't have to be so complex and so complicated. And we make it so complex and we make it so complicated. And, it only ends up putting so much more pressure on ourselves and making that weight so heavy on ourselves of what action we need to take, or whether or not it's worth it, or it's a waste of time, or what are other people going to think, or what is anybody going to think? Um, I think me personally, like growing up in a religious background, and like the good and the bad and the sin and all that. And, if you sin, then God's going to take away your blessings or whatever the case may be. That kind of gets in the way of my thinking sometimes after having let go of religion and going from now I'm living in a more open-minded, open-hearted, spiritual expression, just to put it generally. Um, that's been challenge because I feel like I've thought that, if I take a certain action and it's like sinful, or if it's not what like God wants me to do in that moment, that's how I get to be like overthinking it. Or like if I take an action that's not as good, like I'm going to be punished, or like it's just, I don't know. That's a conversation for another time. And that's something that I really do want to dive in on this channel, is the challenges of going from a religious background to a more like open-hearted spiritual background where you're kind of open to everything. Like you could take teachings from Buddha or Krishna, the Tao Te Ching, you could take it from Catholicism, Christianity, you could take it from everything and meld it all together. You don't have to say like you're all one thing. So, um, yeah, I like the coin flip method. Makes me feel like Two-Face from Batman. Yeah. And there it goes with the masks again. Yeah. Um, but yeah, it's just about having fun with it, not taking yourself so seriously, not taking life so seriously. I don't know. We just got to have more fun with our days and ourselves. This is crazy. I've been talking for what, 24 minutes now, just talking. Appreciate you, Dan, for being in here, giving me some things to talk off of. But I'm finding I can really just kind of like talk. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. I don't know how much longer I'll be on here. Kind of just like I said, dipping the toes in, seeing what this is like. Madison's on the other side. I don't know if she's like in the moderation seat. I'm still trying to figure out where she needs to go to like do that eventually when more comments and spam and stuff starts coming in here, but we don't got to worry about that right now. But yeah, like I said, just dipping the toes in. No big deal. It's fun seeing how the camera, the lighting, the microphone is doing. See how it's all vibing, but feels good. Thumbs up from Madison. Oh, she's got the wrench next to it. She must be moderating. Yes. Yes. Okay, that's awesome. Wow, this is really happening, guys. I feel excited. I feel like this is a really cool thing. I think there's going to be a lot of future in just me sitting here talking to you like this. I find it fun. I find it really cool. And the more comments and everything that come in are all the better. But if not, I could talk about things and then I guess just post this afterwards. And consistency is key. You guys will know when I'm going live and when I'm not. So, what else? What else? Learning and learning, digital vision. That's kind of like some general like bullet points of like what to talk about. I don't know. Just here as reference. I'm breaking the fourth wall with that right now. Yeah, I think this is cool. I'm excited to see like where it all goes. I think like something that feels like is really nice to do. Like I did it today. Um, we shot today. I'll probably be out next Wednesday. And I don't know, it just feels like nature. I know is something that I absolutely need in my life. And I think the more that I can find a way to implement nature with the YouTube and everything else that I want to do in my life, the better off I'm going to be. And so I think that's going to be pretty fun to see the journey of it and where the videos go. Um, I mean, I've always wanted to do what I'm doing right now. I should just take a moment to sort of acknowledge that because I've just always wanted to share myself, express myself with all of you and see where it goes and share what I'm going through and what the challenges are, what the victories are, what's working and what's not working, and just see where it all goes. Um, that's been something that I have been waiting to do for a very, very long time. And it never actually felt like the right time. And that was actually something I talked about in my video today is that it's not really ever going to feel like the right time to take that next step, to take that action, to take that action step and inspired action to do something that you've always wanted to do or try something you've always wanted to try or be the version of yourself that you've always wanted to express out into the world. But growing up, you have a lot of traumas with maybe you expressed yourself growing up in grade school and you were made fun of or you were bullied or beat up for it or harassed for it. And so that made you suppress yourself or have fear of fully expressing yourself. And so you're actually only expressing like a shell of yourself and not actually who you actually are. And I certainly went through those things. Like I had bullies growing up and I had certain situations happen to where it felt like it was unsafe to fully express myself. And so this is just me wanting to let all of that go and have you guys along for the journey of me learning and letting things go. Like I'm not a perfect product. I'm not actually perfect. Yeah, keeping myself small, keeping myself in a box out of fear of what the judgment's going to be, out of fear of what is going to happen next. If we always ask those questions of like, oh, what's going to happen if I do this? What if this? What if that? Then we're never going to take action. We're always going to feel stuck. And then we're going to beat up on ourselves, feeling like, well, why aren't I taking the actions that I want to? It's because I'm fearful. Why am I fearful? I'm beating up on myself because I'm afraid. It's just an endless cycle. And so it's just good to let ourselves, again, feel the feelings that we're feeling, feel the emotions that we're feeling, not be mad at ourselves about it, not say, oh, I'm too spiritual to feel what I'm feeling. I'm sure maybe some of you have felt that before. Like if you're doing your spiritual practices or you feel like you're on the path of being like a light worker or a spiritual leader or anything of that nature in your life, that when things come up and you have a negative trigger or a negative response to something or a negative emotion to something, you say to yourself, well, I'm too spiritual to be feeling what I am feeling right now. Like I shouldn't be feeling what I'm feeling right now because I've been doing this, that, and the other. I've been meditating. I've been journaling. I've been, writing down all my goals and my dreams. I've been working on myself. Like I shouldn't be feeling the things that I'm feeling. And that just gets, resistance in the way. And again, you're overthinking it and you're being too hard on yourself. And you just need to lean into those emotions, be present with them, feel them fully, not push them away, and just investigate them like make it a fun little game. Like, oh, what is this negative emotion telling me right now? What is this, what is this negative belief system telling me? Does it make me feel more expressive? Does it make me feel more like myself? Or does it make me feel like I'm being more of myself? And whatever the answer to that question may be, is going to be the answer that you need in that moment. And once you recognize it and you let that emotion go and you let that belief system go because you've recognized, hey, this isn't for me. This isn't what I feel like is something that I need to hold on to anymore. In that moment that you recognize it, you can absolutely 100% let it go in that moment and it never has to bother you again. But, we tend to let it because it's very convincing and the ego tricks us into thinking that we need to be feeling those things and experiencing those things. And we don't. But, it will continue to test us for a little while. It's going to fight for its life. Those negative belief systems, those negative emotions, they're going to fight for their lives to stay with you because that's what's protected you up until now. That's what's protected you from the judgments of others, from being bullied. It's what's protected you from whatever you feel like you need protecting against. And so it'll come back and it'll test you in a way. It's not God testing you. It's just that negative emotion, that negative belief system being like, well, are you going to believe in this still, or have you chosen something differently? And even though I'm presenting myself to you right now and it doesn't feel good to you, are you going to continue to let it not feel good and you're going to continue to let it be a part of your belief system and a part of who you are, or are you going to let it go and replace it with something better? That's all it's going to do. And so the choice is yours, the choice is ours. And again, we just need to not overthink it and be good to ourselves, love ourselves a little more. It all comes down to the cliche things. So yeah, wouldn't that be shaming yourself? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely shaming yourself. Um, but that only gets in the way. It really only slows things down. It doesn't do a single positive thing except for allowing you the opportunity to recognize that you're shaming yourself and then have the choice to keep it around, keep shaming yourself, see where that takes you, or let it go. Again, you have free will. There's no right or wrong. There's just what you prefer and what you don't prefer. It's up to you. So you can keep choosing shame if you want and keep shaming yourself if you wish. Um, or you could choose not to and to let that go. And if you do end up in a moment where you shame yourself, you can forgive yourself and recognize in the moment and turn it around and make it positive and pat yourself on the back for at least recognizing that you're shaming yourself and not sort of going about it in an unconscious way where you just get used to the fact that you're shaming yourself and then you can't let it go because it feels too important to let go. So the choice is ours. The choice is always, yours. There's no one pressuring us. There's no entity outside of us pressuring us into what we should be feeling or what we shouldn't be feeling or how we should be believing or how we shouldn't be believing. It's all our choice. We are God at the end of the day. We are the expression of the creator itself and creation itself. So the choice is ours. We can do and be whatever we want to be. What's up, Madison? LOL, hi. Love it. Interaction in the chat. This is so dope. I gotta say, Max, what are your current favorite TV shows? Definitely Fallout, as you know. That's out there right now. Madison and I have been watching Stranger Things, which is it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. Madison's definitely into it. She kind of got me into it, and it's been fun. Yeah, Fallout 3, just Fallout. It's New Vegas now, what they're exploring right now. It's pretty dope. Hoping for some Death Claws to be coming out, some more ghouls, and that Scorpion was definitely freaking crazy in the last episode. Oh, I don't want to give any spoilers. It's fine. You're going to see it anyways. But yeah. Fallout was a game that, like, man, brings out the craziest nostalgia. Yeah, Daniel and I played it as kids, and we talk about it at lunch. Be like, "What part are you at right now? Have you done this? Have you done that? Have you blown up the nuke in Nuketown? All this stuff." It was great. It's such a good childhood game. it's cool that I mean, it's nice to see that they're making a show out of it, and it's not terrible because that would be super disappointing. A lot of the time, those get turned in a direction that we don't want them to, or it doesn't actually follow the story. But I think they're doing a pretty cool job with it right now. So I would say that, and then just like a side one is Cosmic Disclosure on Gaia, which is just it's a show, but it's like where whistleblowers are interviewing each other and coming out about all the stuff that has been going on behind the scenes all of these years, and secret space programs and deep state governments and everything like that. I'm super into that. So that's going to be a lot on this channel too, guys. I haven't gotten a whole lot into that yet. But I know for sure in the coming of this year, 2026, leading up to 2027, I will Fallout situation. It's not going to be. There's going to be a lot of like fear-based agendas that are going to make it Fallout is actually going to happen to the world. And I guess anything could happen just from my intel and all the research and just inner work that I've done. We're past the point of nuking ourselves. We're going into more chaotic times, but all that stuff, the light has to be shown on all the dark in order for it to be flushed out and for new systems to take its place. And that's what's going to be happening in the years to come. And, full disclosure of extraterrestrials is coming. I know that for sure within the next couple of years. And I think a lot is going to be leading up to that in the year of 2026. We've already seen the documentary coming out. What is it? Full Disclosure or The Age of Disclosure. And those shows have always been out there, like on like Gaia TV or like, Ancient Aliens hitting the History Channel and stuff. But for some reason, this one's getting all the attention of all the news medias, which is really cool. And I think that's just because it's inevitable at this point that we're going into unprecedented times and that we're not alone in the universe, and having more people be open to the idea that we're not alone in the universe, because they need to prepare themselves for that fact, because it's going to change everything. I mean, imagine what that does to religion, for instance. People who are super religious and don't think there's anything else out there, and that mankind is the only thing that God created, yada, yada, yada. It's going to disrupt a whole lot of things. So, part of my mission and the videos to come in this channel will definitely be preparing you and preparing myself for the coming of open contact and full disclosure of many things, not just extraterrestrials, but like what's been actually going on in the world, like who's actually who they say they are and who's not, and what's actually going on and what systems are actually in place, keeping us pushed down and making us fear-based and making things the way that they are. That helps us to feel like we're needing to play small or to play it safe or to strive and struggle and force ourselves to do things that we don't want to do, or push ourselves into states of exhaustion in order to be successful. All of that is going to start going away little by little, and we're going to start all being more resonant with the ideas that it's more about the downstream flow. It's more about being ourselves unapologetically, not having any expectations of where being ourselves or where acting on our excitements needs to take us, or what the results need to be from taking those excitements or expressing ourselves authentically, just doing it for its own sake and seeing what comes, because then we're going to start attracting all the things that we need to attract in our lives. So that's all to come. And we've been going for 39 minutes now. Cheers, guys. It's been a lot of fun, this first live stream. Thank you, Daniel, for commenting in here. Daniel Pushkas 4460. And thanks, Madison, for being the moderator. Thank you guys for putting the comments in. I feel like that's pretty good for the first stream. 40 minutes right off the bat with only a couple of people in here with me and just riffing off my own thoughts. And thank you for your comments and helping me to have new trains of thought. I look forward to what's going on. Like I said, I think I'm going to start doing this Tuesdays and Thursdays because I make my posts Wednesdays and Thursday or Wednesdays and Fridays. And I might even add Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that'll be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I post, and Tuesday, Thursday, we live stream. And maybe it'll even be more than that. I could jump on here for 10, 20 minutes at a time. We could go for an hour. It doesn't matter. But thanks for having us. You're welcome. You're welcome, Falcon. Thank you for being here, man. It's a blessing, guys, to have these social media platforms to even be able to go live and be seen and heard by anybody. And if you're seeing this after the fact, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Again, I post Wednesdays and Fridays, usually around 2 or 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So it's like somewhere between 4 and 6 p.m. Eastern and 3 and 5 Pacific or whatever it is. Anyways, you'll figure it out. But thank you guys for watching the first live stream. Maxwell Miller goes live. Here we are. Here we all are. These are the times. Make sure you're good to yourselves. Make sure you appreciate yourselves. Have fun out there in life. Have fun in the chaos. Don't take it so seriously. Stay grounded. Be in the eye of the storm of all the chaos so that you can take on the chaos in a way that is reasonable and doesn't make you get lost in the tsunami of change and information and everything that's going on right now. It's most important to be ourselves, express ourselves authentically. And anyways, thank you guys so much. That's going to do it for today. Maxwell Miller signing off. Like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for me, guys. And thank you for being here. We'll see you guys in the next one. Later.